Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. It is markets in the morning. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the blockchain backer, bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. Welcome to Markets in the Morning. Today is Friday, March 8th, 2024. This is Markets in the Morning, where we take a look at the price action of the cryptocurrency market, including the Bitcoin price chart, which sits at $68,000. We also take a look over there at the altcoin market with Ethereum also knocking on $4,000 door right up near the 786 Fibonacci retracement level. We'll actually take a peek over the market cap today. It's actually trying to creep through right there right now. So we'll look over there at the altcoins, of course, as we always do. We're getting ready for the stock market to open up here in the next 3 minutes. Got a little bit of employment data out there today, 3.9% unemployment, a little bit of a tick up. We did have the futures contracts for the indexes get updated last night, so we don't have the exact numbers of what it'll look like when the markets do open just yet. The Russell does look to be up about 1%, though, so we can see that. So it looks like it's going to be a positive opening over there for the United States stock market, as gold, of course, is not in the all-time highs right now. Silver's been doing pretty well for the last week, 2 weeks as well at the same time. So we'll look there at precious metals. We'll, of course, look over there at the DXY, US dollar currency index. Finally did get back down into that 102 yesterday. It's how it is this morning. Again, we're trying the laptop again today. So yesterday I mentioned I need a new mouse, so I went out and bought a new mouse. It better work. It was $100. Dingus mouse. And then some people were saying it was coming in at 720. So we're 720p. So we are broadcasting at ultra low latency. So hopefully it is coming in crystal clear at this point. If not, check your own settings to see if it is coming in clear. If you need to update, like on the little cog wheel on the bottom of the screen, adjust it to 1080p or whatever. All right, so here we go. Getting the day going. Bitcoin right there just below $68,000. We'll keep today's pretty brief and pretty light, tight, and bright for a Friday. When we're looking over here at all these market caps, of course, you got Bitcoin's knocking on the all-time high. You got others sitting there at the 618 retracement. You got Total 2 sitting at the 618 retracement. You got Total sitting at the 786 trying to creep its way through. Let's put it on the lower time frame. We get the accurate. There we go. Let's see. Total, are you doing it? Total going for the creep through the last retracement level here in the last hour. There you go, last couple of hours. So there you go. That's a positive sign to see that for crypto. That's for sure. Wow. All right. Let us go. Looking up there at Ethereum, of course, it's still trying to get through that last retracement level. It's got a little bit of a ways to go. It sits up there at a little bit over $4,000. Looking at the total market cap of Ethereum right in there, you could see in the last hour or two, it did creep its way through right now. So kind of waddling around on the top of it, messing around with it at this point. We'll see if we can get the full-blown break going for Ethereum. That would be super epic to see if we can get through here at this point. So exciting to see that happening right there. I know it doesn't seem like much, but that's the last retracement level, right? That's where we can kind of start saying entertaining other things happening in here. For more, we've talked a lot about super cycle stuff. I've been unwilling to really talk about that for Ethereum in a while, that with Ethereum for a while, even though it's my second largest holding. But man, exciting to see that movement happening right in there for sure. XRP, of course, still waddling around, trying to get its break. Waiting for the market to give it its signal. It's when it tends to go is with the market. So good thing for Ethereum. But we still, we got a couple more places to go here with these market caps to get their way through. Total's gotten through, but still you're looking for it with Total 2 here, sitting underneath that 618 retracement currently right now this morning. Boom. You got that same thing going on over there with others at the same time. So looking for more bigger breaks to come out of here, but optimistic to see that here this morning with Ethereum. All right, checking the chat, making sure audio is good. Nobody's screaming that the audio is terrible. Wonderful. Again, we are trying the laptop again right now. We're on a new mouse, and we did adjust the settings to stream it, so it should be coming in at 1080p for you, and potentially 60 frames per second. I don't know. Does it do that? I don't know. I don't know. All right. So there you go. Good start to the morning over here for crypto. Of course, it's mixed out in here right now, but those are the things you want to see. It's typically with the altcoin market, Ethereum is kind of that indicator of all the whole market is ready to go, and that's kind of what we look for. At least that's what we've seen in historical markets. Is that when Ethereum kind of gives us the lead way, that's like the signal for the fun to begin. So optimistic to see that, of course. Dow, now that we have the stock market open. As you can see, like you get these futures contracts updates here. You can see YM1, which is the E-mini Dow futures, is up 458. But that's because of the adjustments that end up happening. The Dow is actually only up 33 points this morning. The Russell is up 1%. So the Russell's doing well. Again, that's the thing we are cheering for. We're cheering for expansion and breadth to open up here in this market right now. If we want to see similarities to every single bull run for Bitcoin, all three, 2013, 2017, 2021, all we're requiring expansion happening throughout all markets. So that's the thing to be cheering for. Well, there we go. As we watch it, Dow slips a little bit into the red, but the Russell's still up 1%. S&P up 0.16%, and Nasdaq up 0.05%. Leaders of the morning are Nvidia, Coinbase, and GE. Losers of the morning are United Health, Microsoft, and Apple's still slightly up, but at the bottom end. Otherwise, not too bad. Again, tech being the show-stopping event. That's the one thing we do have going for us, at least when it comes to broader markets right now for crypto right now. Pray to God that's the factor that we need is that we're really in a tech bubble, right? And what is crypto? Money or tech? It is tech. It is always run with tech. We add the narratives, but tech is the thing in the end. So positive to see that. But here we go. Bitcoin 68,287. Ethereum really trying to get through there. So again, that 786 for Ethereum's at a little bit over 4,000. So in that area, like 4,020 to 4,040 is really where that 786 retracement level does lie, as the market cap of Ethereum is going for a break right now. So was that a back test? Can we get the juice? I sure hope so. And then of course leading to the rest of the market. There you go. DXY 102.53. Again, the reason we even have this thing, we've had this thing on here for months, is really this is where the entire cryptocurrency market went nuts in 2021. We actually saw the DXY fall all year long. Nothing special happened with crypto during that whole time. It was in here where everything was bananas. All the Wall Street bets, all the chaos, all everything just happened in here when the bottom was already in for the DXY. It all occurred throughout here. It's December, January of 2021. And then you remember all the chaos of March, April, and May, and Elon Musk and the craziness. All of that is occurring just down in here. Been kind of watching this thing back down in here. And sure enough, what do we see? And excitement happen throughout crypto, excitement throughout markets as we are in here. So still just keeping an eye on that. Hopefully it kind of slows down and we don't get there too fast. So we have some more time. As for gold at 2169, we've talked about it 100 times. I'm not going to come on here and be like, this is usually a bad sign. You get it, right? We see these things. We're in a Fed pause cycle. We've done the exact same percentages and fractal for Bitcoin's retracement of 2019. Pray for a miracle at this point. Moving over to financial news at this point, U.S. job growth totaled 275,000 in February, but unemployment rate rises to 3.9%. Treasury yields are lower after unemployment rate ticks up in February jobs report. The S&P 500 futures are flat as traders analyze the February jobs report, and corporate taxes, consumer costs, and the top economic agenda in Biden's State of the Union. Okay. Moving on over here to Bloomberg, U.S. payrolls grew 275,000 in February, which is topping estimates. But payrolls exceed expectations, while wage gains cool. Canada job gains double forecast. Wage growth eases to 4.9%, and New York business is booming as job hits record post-pandemic. All right, there we go. Moving on over to crypto news. BlackRock wants to buy spot Bitcoin ETF for global allocation fund. Is Bitcoin repeating its 2020 breakout? Here's why $92.5 thousand might be the next target. Truth behind AI reply guys, Copilot picture panic, Trump deepfakes AI. Bitcoin just hit record in open interest, expect imminent volatility. Feds Powell allays digital dollar anxiety as nations ramp up CBDC efforts. Ethereum's price closes in on $4,000, but traders' excessive optimism is a warning sign. Binance to make crypto smell good with new fragrance for Women's Day. You imagine if you gifted that to your like wife or your girlfriend? Hey, I got you some crypto perfume. I'm sure she would love that. She would love that. Especially during no sleep season where you're probably on your phone late at night where like they're trying to talk to you but you're too busy because you've been staring at your phone so much lately. Like you give them Binance perfume. All right, moving on. All right, Bitcoin accumulation phase ends as ETFs fuel new $100,000 Bitcoin price target. Bitcoin price needs 5% dip to liquidate $2 billion of Bitcoin longs. Return of animal spirits. Bitcoin traders lock $20 million in the $200,000 call option. Wow. The animal spirits are here. That is for sure. All right. So that's what's going on in news today. Not a whole lot in crypto outside of, everybody's, having a good time. Everybody's optimistic. I think this is the big thing to watch for right now with Ethereum. If it can cross above 4,000, really getting above like 4,050, where it would be like, oh man, this could be wild. Right now, of course, we're just right underneath it, but you take a look over there at the market cap. The market cap has creeped through, spent some time working underneath it, boom, and then now, so hopefully we do see a break come at some point today. And then, of course, looking for that to translate over there into the actual price chart as well. And then hopefully this guy can wake up. But there you go. Stock market down 1 point for the Dow. We'll just call that flat. And then the Russell 2000 up 1%, which is positive. Looking over there at the S&P, it's up 0.18%, and the Nasdaq is essentially flat or down 0.06%. Metals pretty volatile this morning for metals, and then of course we're just talking about 0.5%, but that's a lot for metals. They typically don't move that volatile. But gold was up a little bit more, and silver was up 20 something cents earlier, now down 10. So that's like a 30-cent swing happening over there for silver in today. And silver's been very volatile lately. So, all right, there you go. 39.89 for Ethereum, 68,532 over there for Bitcoin as we kick off the day and head into the weekend. I don't know about you, but I am hoping to get some sleep this weekend and not be in no sleep season. I should check my apps and see how my sleep is doing lately. It is definitely late night. I mean, if you know anything about me for longtime viewers of the channel, I'm usually sleeping. I'm in bed at 8. I'm sleeping by 9. I mean, there are several nights I'm at 11:30 on my phone and I'm like, I gotta put this dang thing down, man. No sleep season in full effect. It looks like I did pretty good last night. I got 6.5 hours. Anyway, my average sleep time for the last 7 days has been 5 hours and 10 minutes. So it's actually better than I thought. Definitely better than I thought. So, all right, there you go, guys. Knocking up on near the highs for Bitcoin. I think the big thing to watch for and the big story really today, if we end up getting it, it's Ethereum. Keeping the eyes on Ethereum. Again, a break happening there for Ethereum typically translates into a lot of stuff happening throughout the rest of the market. So that's what we'll be cheering for. And of course, I own Ethereum, and I'm cheering for that. But Ethereum's not everything I own, right? So that's usually a positive sign. So we'll keep our eyes on it. All right, there you go. We're gonna keep it pretty brief today, pretty light, tight, and bright. And we'll go ahead and hop on into the chat. Right out the gates, Nick DeVal, member for 3 months. Thank you very, very much. Crypto Man X says, why is XRP causing so much pain? Move, token, move. Yeah. I think I saw something that's like one of the worst performers. And when I run my math, it is too. But then you go back through history, like we talked about in yesterday, it's not unusual. I think we've talked about this too. Like if you want something to soothe you to sleep, if you want something to pat you on the back and tell you everything is okay and that, you're special and it's all good, look for something that just grinds like Ethereum. You're not going to get that from XRP. It's more like an abusive relationship. I do this because I love you. But that's usually how it goes. It's usually a lot of flat action, and you'll look through every price move that happens. It's not the slow grind up. It's the instant massive candle, like you just saw with SHIB, right? SHIB just had that going on last week. Maybe that was earlier this week. I don't know. Like I said, no sleep, so 5 hours of sleep. The weeks have become a blur at this point for SHIB moving straight line up. Uh, but yeah, that's just typically how it goes. Solo artist, I cried last night because XRP is not moving. There you go. See, this is the emotions of the market, right? You have one side that's extremely greedy. You have the other ones that are in other things that are extremely pessimistic and sad. It's an emotional moment of the market, man. That's what makes the fun. It's not the boring anymore, right? The boring accumulation phase is so long gone. Now we have leaders, laggards, and mid packs. And the leaders are cheering that they're geniuses. The mid pack is kind of like, all right, I'm doing all right. The laggards are crying. And that's just how it typically goes. In the end, this market typically all moves together with leaders and laggards. But the $1 million question is which ones have the biggest runs? And that's the things that we've been looking at for the last year to isolate that down from 2021. So, all right. Yeah. Speaking of XRP, hold on, we'll go this too because I keep forgetting to mention this. Uh, I will be speaking at the XRP Gold Coast 2024, March 22nd through 24th. They do have virtual tickets available for that. I mean, it's not like I have an affiliate link or anything for it, but you could check that out there. There's a link in the description. There's a direct link in the description of this video to XRP Gold Coast 2024. Might as well do that while we're talking about XRP. Which what I'm going to be talking about is developer data. So that's the main presentation that I am giving. So if you guys have subscribed to the newsletter, if you've read all the long 4-part series that I've done where I've compared everything to the past uh, of past bull runs and what were those influential factors, it's very clear the basket of developer activity outperformed the basket of the top market caps. So we're pretty much going to be presenting all of that. Macro, the XRP Maniac. Thank you, whoever gifted me a membership. XRP to Moon. Macro, the XRP Maniac, then gifted a membership to somebody else. Look at that. B says, hit the like button, everybody. Thank you, Marco. Thank you, B. Yep, that's right. If you're tuning in, number one way to support the channel is, of course, memberships and super chats are nice, but the literal number one way is just hitting that like button. I appreciate it. Chris DeLeon, what's the probability that Jerome Powell will swallow 12x while XRP blasts through the 702 and next door Gary Gensler is ordering a well done steak? Love you, BCP. All right, I missed that. Okay, hard swallow. Okay, what's the probability that Jerome Powell will hard swallow 12 times while XRP blasts through the 702, and then next door, Gary Gensler is ordering a well done steak? He's ordering a well done steak and having somebody cut it up into little tiny pieces for him before it gets served to him, like I do for my 4-year-old. Right. EK, if Bitcoin is just a retrace, does that change your price target for XRP? I don't know how a full market cap fib extension could be possible. It could definitely be possible if all that money just rotates around. If it breaks out and goes up higher, then we have even more to cheer for. Mana burn. I still think Bitcoin over gold is more important than Bitcoin over any fiat. Bitcoin gold to 4.236. Okay, if you find an incredible amount of correlation between the two, where you say, wow, this gave the perfect signal, that gave the perfect signal, and you have like a laundry list of them, wonderful. But if you're like leaning on biases to suit your own biases, then you kind of think to yourself, am I just leaning on my own biases? So, okay, EOS pumping. Can we have $4? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's going though. We'll take it. Ben Heller, I know I'm going to altcoin jail, but is Radix looking like a spring phrase even if I am thankful for it? So the thing with Radix is it's not listed on all exchanges. That was the big concern for me with it. I did look into that one because at one point it was like ranked number 20 in development activity. I'm like, oh, okay, I better go look at this thing. And then I could only find it on the shadiest of exchanges. And I was kind of like, I don't know about this. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it on Kraken. You couldn't get it on Coinbase. I don't even know if it's. I don't even think it's listed on Binance. It was only on like MEXC or something. And I was kind of like, I don't know. Why? Why? Dorian says, can you look at the H bar chart? H bar gets brought up every day. I mean, it's moving up with the market. H bar's, one of those ones that I've got quite a bit of because it was extremely high in the development activity. H bar is also one of those ones that, of course, has outperformed Bitcoin. So it's been nice and just holding it. And I don't know. Every single day, somebody like, here's a $2 super chat. Can you please go through H bar? It's like, oh, just go watch the past streams, man. Oh man. Yeah, I think we're gonna skip going through altcoins because this is what happens often. We have 3,000 people in here. We get a bunch of $1.99 super chats. Say, hey, go over my altcoin. So guys, save your money. Just doing you a favor. I'm not here to take your money. I'm not here to be a jerk. But I know that of 3,360 people, not everybody wants to hear about the one particular altcoin that you might want to hear about. Crypto, and we've also gone through that. We've pretty much beaten that one with a stick. Crypto Samurai, hey BCB, big fan since 2020 and part of the OG 22-cent crew. You said there were 5 coins with high dev activity that have performed well during this rally. Can you name them quickly or provide that website? No, out of the top, so in October, put together the list of what the high dev activity coins were at that time. It's not 5, it's 14. 14 out of the top 20 outperformed Bitcoin during the whole rally. In the top 20 by market cap, which is, and it's on Santiment, by the way. Santiment is where you can find the high dev activity coins. But if you want to read all about that, check out blockchainbacker.substack.com. Read the whole thing that I've put together and all the analysis and that we've done on it. It's blatantly obvious, and it's not a surprise. 14 out of 20 beat Bitcoin. So now what you're saying is 5. So like what I did say in passing is that if you look at the top 20 by market cap, 7 of them outperformed Bitcoin during that rally. Of those 7, 5 of them were high development activity coins, and the other 2 were meme coins, Doge and SHIB, that outperformed Bitcoin during the whole rally. So out of those 7, 5 of them were high dev, and that's the thing to go with it, right? So Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Avalanche. I don't know. I have to go look at it because I'm obviously on my laptop, so I don't have my Excel sheet on here, which is a good reminder. I need to transfer some data over here, so like when you guys ask those questions, I can pull those things up. Because when I'm traveling, I will be like, oh, sorry, I don't have that with me. Either way, just go to santiment.net, and you'll be able to see. And then so I'll do it for you here. I'll show you. So guys, this is it. You don't need a secret gem picker. Okay. I'll show you what to do here. We'll go to santiment.net. You click Get Started. You go to the screener, and then you click Dev 30-day activity. Dang, that loaded fast, man. It must have updated something. This one's sketchy, though. Watch out for this one. We've always said that. There's another one in here that's sketchy. Vega Protocol. Watch out for that one. Those 2 are concerning to me. Coinbase even delisted this one. So even when I wrote my original analysis of the dev activity coins in October, I specifically mentioned these 2 as bizarre, which was Status and this Vega Protocol thing. So, up to you and what you want to do with that. But I think the things that were alarming to me is like a lot of stuff we just don't even get to see the number of daily active addresses for an asset. You just don't have the data for it to know. They can't track it, but they actually can track some of them. And like if you look over here, some of them are weird, but like Bitcoin, 900,000, Ethereum, 488,000, Dogecoin, 183,000. Cardano, 50,000. It's like, all right, cool. Like kind of give you a baseline of what like the big stuff is doing. Status, 100 wallets. Vega Protocol, 70 wallets. Bizarre. Those are odd. But anyway, yeah, so right in here, right? So Chainlink, Cardano, ICP, Polkadot, Kusama, Hedera, Optimism, Starknet, Aptos, Atom. Cosmos, right? IOTA, Flow, Avalanche, Sui, Multiverse X, Decentraland, Near, Solana. Solana back. Solana had dropped way back down again. Solana just keeps kind of hovering down here near these lows ones, but it goes out and then comes back in here near these lows once again. Solana, interestingly enough, I think the Solana market cap also got through the 4.23, not the 4, excuse me, the 0.786 retracement level as well. Let's take a look over there at Solana. So there you go. There goes Ethereum marching its way up a little bit higher after it's gotten through here. We'll take a look at Solana, Solana market cap. Boom. Last one. There's a time to be excited about altcoins. These are two big things happening here to see Solana get the Solana market cap and the Ethereum's market cap get through there. Those are exciting to see for sure. There you go. So yeah, it's on sentiment. Again, not sponsored by anything. Okay. I can come on here and act like a dingus and say whatever I want and not follow the mainstream media narrative because I don't have any sponsors. I won't piss anybody off. I'll just piss off everybody. Right. All right, Bitcoin's running. Somebody's hands loaded. So 68.7. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. We want to see ETH get there. So ETH's at 39.93. And I get it. Not everybody owns these things, but these are the giants. You want to see the giants do something. You want to see the giants do critical breaks. Then that usually gives a signal to everything else to have a party. Okay. But sentiment, Crypto Samurai. Thank you very much. Nate Bone says, "When moon?" Just kidding. Thanks for the free membership, fam. I think we're mooning now. Pat gives 20 memberships. Pat, thank you so much, sir. Great question here by Russell Rods, who's next. Says, "Hey, BCB, my man, how do you calculate exits for no history coins like OP and SUI based on market cap 4.236 extensions? How will you exit from these?" Exactly. So those are those ones where it's a critical, for the way I'm treating them, is a critical focus on the entire market. If we see those clear as day signals come from the market, where we have things like Bitcoin rallying, and then you see an event like this occur where there's this distribution in Bitcoin and the altcoin market is still rallying and we have extreme hype throughout the entire market, this tends to be the area where everything tops. We actually had the same thing occur back in here in 2017, where even though we were distributing in here, the altcoin market still kept rampaging up one more time, right? So rather than, and it tends to be within a 30-day window of where we have noticed this the last two times. Last time really looking for it to occur way out in here, but we had already had it happen way back in here. And so just kind of remembering there's like less than 30 days. Like once that makes itself apparent that, and the other thing as well, it will be extreme FOMO. It will be extreme excitement if we have that again. I've gone through multiples of these now times over, and it is always extreme YOLO, extreme excitement. And if you publicly state, "I'm selling," you're going to get lit up by the crowd. But that's typically how it goes, right? When you're buying, typically, and you're going to get lit up by the crowd, the sentiment is going to be in the gutter at the bottoms, and then at the peaks, it's going to be the same as well. But for things that are new like that, unless something emerges, that makes it really clear. Like, I don't know, let's look at like Solana. Do we have, no, it's maybe Binance. Right? Unless you're at like a wave three, right? Wave three happening where you have like a clearly defined wave two that happens in here, on these new coins, like they launch, like TIA, right? Recently, right? Launches and it goes nuts. And then if it has a very clear defined wave two, and then, a very clearly defined wave three, um, typically we have full extension measurements for wave three. And then if we go on for wave four is, or excuse me, if we go on for wave five is typically a 4.236 extension of wave four. So right now it's looking for either clear waves to show up in here. Like right here, you wouldn't know what to do, right? At this point, you wouldn't know what to do in here, right? Um, and then in here, but then you kind of start having now waves that you can actually make measurements off of. And then you can start seeing, oh, wait, this is now a contracting triangle. This is typically what happens in wave 4, right? So that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then typically in a wave 5, you're going to be a 4.236 extension of wave 4. So there's a lot. It's either we're really, really early on those new ones and need to have more waves defined, or hopefully getting some element to emerge like this, like we typically do at the peak of euphoria, peak of excitement. Everybody's making money. Nobody can lose because we're all just absolutely epic geniuses at this point. We buy, it goes up. That makes us epic. And that's usually the environment where there's distribution, but there's still just rampaging altcoins going on. That's what we would really be looking for. So, like right now, we still just don't have something like that emerging in here, right? Everything is still just going. So really looking for something to really show itself, like this right here. Like when I make that, I talk about the analogy I've been using where the band says they've played the last song, right? That's the last song. Then everybody calls for the encore. The encore comes out, and then just kind of reminding yourself, this is just the encore. It's not the start of a new show. And most people, when in markets in that moment, think we're starting a new show instead of thinking to themselves, this is only the encore. This is only going to last 2 or 3 more songs. KTRO, hey BCB, will you be sharing your price targets for XRP? I think we've talked about it a lot for a long time. I get it. We got new people tuning in. I gotta remember that now that there's a lot of new people coming into the market right now. If we're able to get a full bull run out of XRP, like my hopes are somewhere in the $9 to $10 range. James V. When XRP Moon. You're the best. Thanks, James. Uh, Thiago Dini, a BCB, since 2021 here. Thank you for all. Can you show the TELUS development data and price? Coinbase chart is wrong, please. I looked. Somebody asked about TELUS the other day. I said it doesn't ever show up in any type of development activity data for me. Um, so it's not something that shows up in that list ever, and it's not something that we see over there on developer report. Right, so you can go down here. Tezos. There you go. It's better. It's got 83, but it's down 50% year over year, right? So like this is one of those metrics too that we've talked a lot about as well. Are developers moving over to something, right? Or are they abandoning it? The difficult thing about our environment right now in this run, just not in this run, just over the last years, is that the whole market has seen massive drawdown in actual new developers and total developers for their projects. You look at what the averages are right here for the entire market. You could see on average, everything is down 19% year over year for full-time developers. For part-time, it's down 25%, one-time down 32. These two metrics, based on the presentations I've seen by Electric Capital when I saw them at Consensus, and all the reports that I read, because I do read all the reports, these are the minimum, the least focus, that main focus over there on full time, because the most commits and the most action and the most work actually does get done by these guys, like dramatically. You would say like even if they have double the amount of part time than they do full time, like still 90% of the work is actually done by these full time guys. And so anyway, the average being down 19%. So if you can kind of be in that range, be in that area, okay. so you look at like total devs, like these are the ones with the most developers working on them in general, right? Ethereum, Polkadot, Polygon, Cosmos, Arbitrum, BNB, Avalanche, Solana, and Optimism, right? And so uh, Ethereum down 17%. You say, are they leaving? Well, we do also have that condition kind of going on market wide right now. And it's better than the average, right? The average is negative 19%, but Ethereum's at negative 17. You look at Polkadot down 10% on full-time developers. Hey, that's better than market average. Polygon, quite a bit, 33. Cosmos down 17, better than market average. Arbitrum at market average. BNB at market average. Avalanche better than market average. Solana almost double down market average. Optimism, Bitcoin, Kusama, really at market average, near down almost double market average. But anyway, like these are the ones with the most full-time developers working on them. And so your question, so like I head here to developerreport.com and I say, all right, how's Tezos? The one you're asking about, right? There it is. Tezos has got 83 full-time devs. It's not terrible, but it's now 50%. Like, yeah. Even the total developers down 46%, right? Total is down 24. So Tezos is down 50 and 46. Now, I don't know, right? And then it doesn't ever show up in the lists when I'm looking at it in here for Tezos on wherever it is. You probably have to go searching pretty deep down there to see where you could find it. I don't know. So I hope that's helpful, right? Like that's the strategy I'm using to find things because I've written full-blown stuff on it over here on Substack on these analytics of what happens in here with developers. And what was if you had focused on that data in 2021 and no other data at all, how would you have done? And in the end, like if you would have gone shopping in the top 20 by market cap versus just going shopping on this list instead, you would have performed 3 times better than shopping on CoinMarketCap. Doesn't mean you're going to land on all of them. It doesn't mean you're going to have a 100% hit rate. So, like on CoinMarketCap, when you look at the top coins by market cap in 2021, only 2 out of every 10 went into all-time highs and did anything substantial. 2 out of 10, 20%. You had about a 55% hit rate in here. So, quite a bit more. In addition, the average, the median, everything about this subset of coins based on activity levels ended up massively outperforming. If you're doing what everybody else is doing, you're shopping down what are the biggest coins in crypto, and the biggest ones are always going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, XRP, Cardano, and you're going to see just the top market caps, right? Solana, right? But when you go through here, these are the ones that are actually being worked on. I don't know if S&T is going to do something. I don't know if Vega Protocol is going to do something, but just like a little tip on that, there's those the only 2 that I see in here that glare a weird thing, and S&T status was recently delisted from Coinbase. So to each their own on that one. All right. Thank you, Thiago. Uh, Arm Day. Hey, BCB brother. You mentioned you start exiting XRP when new all-time highs hits, but what if fib or price would you start the very first sells at? I don't know. I'll have to live in the moment, man. I'll have to live in the moment. Right? It's just going to be laddering. It's just going to be the same thing. Like here's what we all want. And like once you can take that pressure off of yourself, then you'll be okay. You aren't going to sell the top, so stop thinking you're gonna. So, uh, right, everybody wants to sell the Pico top. They want to be the one. They want to make sure they completely buy the bottom and completely sell the top, and that they don't leave a penny on the table. They don't lose a penny, and they don't leave a penny on the table. But the reality is, you're not going to. Take the pressure off yourself. If you spend even if you are like me and you spend 50 to 60 hours a week in this stuff, I don't even put that expectation on myself. I just don't uh, at all. So, you kind of just look at it from the aspects of, did I make 300% on that? Yes, I did. Let us go. Let us go. Oh, dang, it keeps going. How about that? You know, or and then sometimes you nail it, right? The big hard part was the accumulation phase and getting through that and having the strength to get through that. And that those are my people, and those are the ones that as we go into these moments in here, those are the people that are my main focus. I do understand a lot of new people pour in here. There's gonna be a lot of people trying to take advantage of you as a new person. Really, the thing that I'm here is make some money, pull some money out. But the question is, do we see Ethereum rampage? And I know that you're thinking I don't care about Ethereum. If it rampages, it's probably an element, a sign for the rest of the market. The big hard part we have for this market right now is just all those conflicts that are happening in macro at this exact same time. So we need to see some of those things clear up. Um, and I know I keep expressing that, but it's something I think about all the time. It's when I'm not on stream, I spend a tremendous amount of time thinking about that we did exactly this in 2019. Like we did the exact same thing. And I think about that a lot. And that we did it during the pause. And that we've done literally the exact same thing during the pause. And I think a lot about that. So like, oh, all right, we won't. Come on, Ethereum, let's break. Let's go. Let's keep the show going. All right. Tattooed Bandit, your opinion on play to earn gaming. Will the industry navigate to a large variety of chains based on specific needs, or will gaming only be pulled toward a couple of top chains? I don't follow play to earn gaming too much. I think a lot of times you kind of gravitate towards things that are more interesting to you in particular. Um, I have a tremendous amount of video games. All the AAA titles, I haven't played any of them, but I have them like a weird collector of a depreciating asset. Why would you buy the physical asset? It's just going to depreciate so fast. Wait a year and go buy it for $10 rather than 60 when it's brand new. But um, I know gaming is big. I'm just kind of out of the loop on it. But people like to play games. They like to earn money. Like people like free stuff. So whether or not it gravitates to one particular chain, I don't know. If one chain does it better and does it significantly better than everybody else, then maybe. But I don't see why it would have to be. And just the truth be told, I probably am too ignorant on play to earn gaming to know. Butch Barros, thanks BCB for all that you do. I've been following since February of 2021. Subscribe to your old and new lessons as well as the newsletter. You've helped me a lot and to navigate this turbulent market. God bless you. Thank you. Butch, brother, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Jordan Norvell, why is price so different between Coinbase and crypto.com? I don't know. Everything's different, right? I mean, that's typical. It's going to be based on order books, right? So like the largest exchange in the world is Binance, right? They're USDT pairs or USD pairs. That's the largest exchange of the world for crypto. Bitcoin didn't go into a new all-time high on Binance, but on a lot of the smaller exchanges and on Coinbase, it had a less than 1 minute wick above it to get it. That's just going to be order book differences on each different exchange. Obviously, Binance held the brick wall at the all-time high. The other exchanges, market makers grabbed the liquidity that sat just north of it. So it's going to be whatever their stuff is. Remember Binance US recently? Everybody was like, "Oh, is everything off price?" Sometimes it just happens. Hey BCB, I've been following you for years. Remember you rotated the likes of Bitcoin, Cash. No, I didn't keep EOS, but you kept EOS. No, I have a little bit. EOS was not one. Oliver, thank you. Silver Days XRP. Like and subscribe. Support the channel. Thanks, BCB, for all your hard work, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, there we go. We're at 45 minutes, so we've done much better here on a Friday. We'll take one more quick peek throughout the market really quick, and then get on our way for what we're looking for throughout the weekend. We're at a big level for pretty much the altcoin market. That's how I consider it here with Ethereum right back where it's at this last retracement level. It's the big mamma jamma of last ones. However, we do see over there that the market cap of Ethereum did actually creep its way through. So that's an optimistic thing to say, ooh, we might get through it, because there you go right there. So if we can get through with Ethereum right in here, historically, that's like the expansion for crypto, right? So we'll keep our eyes on it. We know there's a lot of other conditions out there that are a little sketchy, like I just showed you with those Fed funds rate. Bitcoin's gone the exact same distance as the retrace out there. But then we can look at other things that are like when these things happen, they're typically good. Looking for a nice big fat break through that last retracement level there for Ethereum. As of right now, it's still technically just a big fat retrace for Ethereum. The whole thing that has happened in here is just a big fat retracement for Ethereum. We have not broken out. We have not gone to the moon. We have not confirmed we are going on full send. We are still in the retracements for Ethereum. But throughout the weekend, can we get it? Can we get a breakthrough it? And right now, we've got this thing happening here on the market cap that has given a little glimmer of hope. But still, we have to get through for Ethereum. Again, that's at a little bit over 4,000. So, I mean, if we hit 4,100 over the weekend, there'd be some hooting and hollering happening, I'm sure. So that's what we'll be looking for. As for Bitcoin, sitting right back there near 69, and hopefully, I'm cheering for Bitcoin too. But you see all the things that I see. It's right. It's all data, and that's what I'm here to look at is data and not narratives. So, all right, there we have it. We'll go through these real quick, and then we'll get on our way. BCB, it'd be cool if you did a newsletter on the order of crypto categories that started to run in previous runs, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, then meme coins. It's all pretty relatively close, and so that's why these are things that I've also talked about in recent videos and over the last 6 months. Is that it wasn't just Bitcoin that ran up for the last 6 months. For the last 6 months, it's a very, very different environment from what people would expect to happen when it comes to the altcoin market, and that, right, that the altcoin market. Let's go over here. Okay, totally ruined that. Why am I having a problem here? Why does it keep adding it as? That's what I wanted. There you go. That in normal markets, right? In normal bull runs for Bitcoin, which is why there's something interesting here. This is your dynamic. Your dynamic is Bitcoin runs back to the all-time high. That's what this is for Bitcoin in 2016. And the dominance of the altcoins falls during that whole time. That's what normally happens, is that we actually get a big crumble happening in the altcoin market. And I've shown that how even in 2020, right in here, here's that same run, right? That Bitcoin runs down in here from $10,000 all the way up to $20,000, 100% run. What happens to the altcoin market? Decimated in the opposite direction, right? That wasn't the case here, and that your normal dynamic is that when this run happens, this thing gets pummeled, but it didn't, right? So even a squeak up of just 1% in this is an outperformance versus Bitcoin, right? Because this is a dominant. So if it just goes up 1% versus this, it's better. That's not the case of what typically happens, right? What you end up having happen. And so that's kind of the argument I've been making for a long time. something different for something different this time around, in that it's not like your standard stuff happening in here, and we see that represented in here, and we see that when we look at like things like um, let's do you just see that all throughout here, that others perform better than Bitcoin at all times, right? Um, a diversified, properly allocated altcoin portfolio and the right stuff outperformed, and really high development activity would have done it. That you could see that it didn't get left behind. But see, that's different from the run in 2020, right? So like in here, we run from $10,000 to $20,000. Bitcoin decimates others. Others doesn't even come close to keeping up with what Bitcoin did during that time, right? But that wasn't the case here, right? So just totally different. So that's why, it's like, yeah, I mean, we could put together a newsletter and say, here's the order of in which things usually go, but like my Smeldar has said something's different this time around. And there has been a different dynamic in here in this market, where it has not been Bitcoin stealing the whole show. It's been the whole show going with it. Derek says, if the overall market cap hits a certain level and you have coins that are still suppressed, do you start exiting earlier than your targets? For me, yes. In the end, it has to become an acceptance that in 2021, only 20% did anything significant, right? Is that same behavior of this market going to continue to now? You would have to assume it would. Silver Days says, like and subscribe, support the channel. Thanks, BCB, for all of your hard work, sir. Thank you very much. Uh, George says, what are your thoughts on Solana and its run? I'm fascinated by Solana now because, well, first of all, if you don't know the story of Solana, in the depths of the FTX collapse, it was the laughing stock of the market. And just everybody was like, it's dead, it's dead, it's dead. And I had gone through that exact same thing in 2018 with Ethereum when it capitulated because it was all over TV. And Kevin O'Leary, who is not the friend of crypto that people think he is, um, the narrative was that the Ethereum ICOs are selling off all of their Ethereum during Ethereum's capitulation, and Ethereum went from over $1,400 in the bull of 2017, and at that point it had gone below 100. It got down to like 80, and it was just absolutely decimated and slaughtered. And it had the exact same structure, it had the exact same feel when this happened to Solana, and so I even shared a video recently, like I bought it, and I was like, I'm looking around, like there's Twitter spaces still going on, and in these Twitter spaces, they have over 700 people in them. Like even if you do XRP Twitter spaces right now, they're not pulling 700 people, but the Solana Twitter spaces were still happening, even with Solana at like $8. And it was like, what? And grabbed some, wrote it up, got a good percentage out of it. Now the question is, will it actually end up going for a bigger run? And will it do like a 2021 Ethereum style run? Because structurally, it's done a lot of the similarities. So I'll cheer for the Solana guys. They've been through a lot, and they're a bunch of degens, and they got culture, and good for them. Bitcoin hit 69. Yeah, I guess I didn't even realize that where we were at. There you go. Is it going to break? At this, Ethereum's pulling back though. Why are you pulling back, Ethereum? There we go. We'll keep that on there as we finish things up. We're gonna watch it. Burn. Burn. Oh man, we'll see, we'll see. All right. Hop back in the chat really fast. Where do you see Coinbase retracing back to? Coinbase has done better than I thought. So Coinbase is another one I was grabbing during the bear. Done even better than I thought. So a little bit higher than even my expectations. I thought maybe it would kind of really stall out there at the 180s, but it's gotten even higher now. So kind of a watch and see for me on Coinbase. There you go. Not quite yet, huh? Not quite yet. How did total do during that little thing right in there? So that was kind of weird. It was kind of weird. Weird like a like money was kind of rotating into it to try to get it. Are we gonna get it? 69.01. Oh, we're on Bitstamp. Hold on, let's go to Coinbase. Oh man, that thing looks like it wants to go. That thing looks like it wants to go. Put it on the 1 minute, right? Okay. There we go. 69.10. Remember, we had like a little wick. Here, I have a premium account, so we can do this. We're watching 5-second candles now. Now you're living the life. Right. So was it earlier this week? Man, it's been a blur. We spent 50 seconds above, and then boom, it went. Here, let's go to. Oh, no. Let's go to Binance because Binance was the one that really held it, right? Binance was the one that didn't get out. So I think if we have like the real breakout, it would happen here on Binance. Let's do Binance. We'll do Tether. I think that's the one with the most liquid trading pair of Bitcoin in the world. Right, so it's not knocking on 69 here over on Binance. Kashav says, could XRP be waiting on Ethereum all-time high just like 17? But it wasn't really waiting on Ethereum. It happened like Bitcoin. But we can compare it. We'll compare it here in just a second. I think we're all kind of on the edge to see, is this thing going to move? There you go. It pulls back. Let's see. Let's go check out Binance again. And let me just have it on a separate tab so I don't have to do it. There we go. So it's really dancing around it over here on Coinbase. There you go. The one that hasn't gone through yet is Binance. Still teasing. Binance hasn't gotten through. Right, so this is the one that did not get through on call it Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day it was. Okay, so this is Coinbase. Coinbase popping. How high did Coinbase get the other day? Coinbase went a little higher. Binance. There we go. Now it's going for it. 69. Can it get it? Here's Binance. It's on the move. Boy, it looks like somebody's bidding it up for sure. The thing is, though, you could see the market is kind of bleeding into it. So it's kind of weird. Like, Ethereum's not rolling with that. The market's not really rolling with that. The market's kind of bleeding into it. Okay, Binance, the number is 69. We are $16, $11 below. So you can go back over here. There it is. Do I put the ding? Do I put the ding? Okay, 68,999. 69. You ready? Where were you on Friday? Ah! Come on. There you go. Trying to get it over there. There you go. 69 even Binance. This is the one. Boy, it is still trying. There it is. There it is. Now there's an all-time high. There you have it. Here we go. 69,280 on Binance. Official all-time high on Bitcoin. Holy cow. Holy guacamoles. There it is. And then do we... Well, you guys want it, don't you? All right. We didn't get the chance to do it last time when it was happening because it got taken away pretty fast. It did get taken away pretty fast. Did we do it? We're gonna do it. Happy Friday, everybody.
It is Wednesday, my dude. It is Wednesday,
There you go. Yeah, I can't play it because I'm on the laptop, right? We're trying this whole laptop thing, but there's another thing I got to remember to do. I got to remember to get it set up so I can play the frog on the screen. But yeah, there you go. How about that? Happy Friday, everybody. That's what we get going into the weekend. So, unreal. I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend. Let me get through these things real quick, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up and head into the weekend with some gloriousness. Keep your eyes on Ethereum. That would be probably the signal for the altcoin market. Andrew Beck, hey BCB, can you compare where we are in relation to 2016, 2017 fractal to 2021 of April top? Thanks. The 2016 and 2017 fractal to the 2021 April top. Oh, okay. There you go. Bitcoin. There you go. Ethereum 4,000 even right now. Right. So if you were living in that, let's do. Let me see. Everything okay? Okay. Looks like the internet broke. Are we gonna hit 70? All right. Sorry, PTW came in here. As always, if you don't know, she comes in and tells me when I miss super chats and all that kind of stuff too. So, okay. Ethereum 4,001. It looks like during that moment for it to try to break, you could see the market kind of bled into Bitcoin there for a second for that to happen. And then once it got through, the market opened back up again. Holy cow. 69,980. Now fighting for 70. So all right, his question, there you go. Ethereum now bounces off that 786 over here on the market cap, steps up one more level in there. $70,000 reached over here for Bitcoin. Right, time wise, right? So the one thing this is one that we've looked at a lot through the bear, Bitfinex. All right, we watched all these things happening in here. Time wise, Bitcoin back at 69.4. There you go, because I fractal enough. We've had this thing on the screen for so long. So that kind of gives you an idea of where we're at. Right, this is where things real deviated in regards to back tests of any kind. And there you have it. That's what 2016 and 17 looked like there from the April peak. There you go. Bitcoin swatted back down. Crypto market goes red. There you have it. 70,000 is now the new stopping point for Bitcoin. And here we go again. Liquidations again. Leverage longs going to get taken. Andy Philpotta gifted 10 BCB memberships. Thank you very, very much. Thank you so much, Andy. ND Beyond gifted a membership, and then Jonas Fugalis just gifted a little super sticker there. Thank you very much. So there you go. We saw $70,000 today. It looks like it's holding a little bit, right? So what happened last time, right? When we got swatted down. We got swatted. Swatted, held for about 10 minutes, and then rolled over. So this thing we'll kind of keep an eye on here. We're already at over an hour on markets in the morning, so we can't keep it like going all day, but maybe we can hang out for like 10 minutes or something. What are we at? We're at an hour and 6. Let's take a look at other things. Let's look at like Ethereum, right? Ethereum was the big one heading back to that 786 retracement. Does not get through. Where is Ethereum market cap? Ethereum market cap swatted back through 786. There we go. XRP still holding, but we see red emerging. It's very interesting. We saw the market kind of bleed into Bitcoin as it goes for it. Now back at 68.6. Then we see Bitcoin get through. We see the market open back up again. And then we see everything go back. So again, volatility into the weekend. You thought you were getting sleep? Good luck. There you go. How's the stock market? Stock market's at least looking okay, right? So you got the Russell up 1%, the S&P up 0.5%, Dow up 0.1%, Nasdaq up 0.54%, Coinbase up 8%, as there's a lot of action over here on Bitcoin currently right now. So hopefully it holds up. Problem is with this, of course, this is kind of like what happened last time, right? It was like at the very end of the live stream. Again, the markets in the morning, we try to keep them at about an hour, and we have already crossed through that. So here you go. Holds up okay. How's Ethereum? All right, Ethereum swatted. Grinding all day, but maybe, of course, there's going to be a tremendous amount of stops there, right? So that would be when you have these series of higher lows like this, people are naturally going to play stop, 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 boom, takes out all these stop losses at one single foul swoop. And that's what you see happening in there when a move like that ends up happening, is that you have automatic stop loss triggering that ends up happening in there when that happens. When they're all placed so close to each other, after a series of higher lows gets printed, everybody does it and it shifts their stop up, moves it, shifts their stop up, moves it, shift, 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 blam. So we saw 70K. You know, that one, I mean, because that now officially does make it that there's an all-time high on all exchanges, including Binance. So it's interesting. Fascinating times indeed. I get us off the 1 minute chart of Ethereum. There you go. So that's where we are. Right. So even if you use a 2020 model, or even if you use a 2016 model, and you are a believer that Bitcoin's going to expand, right, and that it's going to run way up, your 2016 models and your 2020 models all put you paused out here. Even if you're wicking up above the all-time high, that you're paused out here for a month minimum, right? I think, what was it, 23 days back in 2020, and months for 2016. So even if those are like your base case models that you're using, it's that there's going to be a lot of struggle here at the all-time high. And the $1 million question is it just a over crazy rally during a Fed pause? But we did definitely 70K, hot dang, amazing. Um, let's take a look over here. How how'd you get on Coinbase? 71.91. But again, once again, pretty rough hit there. How bad was the hit here? I'd say it was harder. Right, there's still time left in this. There's still 6 minutes left in here. So there's still six. There's more volume there, but there's still 6 minutes left. On the 5 minute, the hit, the rejection volume was about the same. There you go. All right. Play the BCB NFT. Go. Okay, there's another thing, right? We're trying the laptop out, trying to work out all the kinks. These are things that are all reminders of things that I do need. I need to get those on there. I need to get some files on here for people when they ask about developer data to be able to quickly pull those up. And then it felt like there was something else. We got two things corrected this time around. We got the new mouse, and I'm pretty sure we should be having high def data. Coinbase is down. Hey, what do you know? Rintintin says almost none of my market sell orders on Coinbase went through. Did the price go through your sell orders? There you go. All right, so now throughout the weekend, the big thing to watch. Now you saw Ethereum just creep through that 786 over there. You saw Ethereum's price almost get to the 786. Now you see a whack. It's not like it's crazy. This is really where we were at about 10 hours ago. But to keep our eyes on it, the thing to cheer for, I think the biggest thing to cheer for, I mean, it's exciting to see Bitcoin do that. The big thing I really think is Ethereum. And even if you don't like Ethereum, and I know a lot of people do not, that's a historical thing to keep an eye on, is for that big boy. This is essentially your number one altcoin. This is the one saying, "Hey, altcoin market, let us go," or "Hey, altcoin market, there's a problem." This is the guy who typically can give us the big sign on that. So that's the thing to watch for. We're at the last one in there. Market cap tried, not quite. Price, not there. So we'll keep our eyes on that throughout the weekend, and that's going to be the big thing to cheer for. Otherwise, we could be sitting here for hours on end. 68.2. Yeah, so not quite ready there for Bitcoin to go soaring off into the sunset, but maybe soon, maybe throughout the weekend. Of course, anything crazy happens, of course, I'll post over there on Twitter. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get through the wrap up of this thing, you guys. Trying to think, you guys have any other questions? Otherwise, take a look, one more look over there at the stock market. Stocks look good. Stocks look good. 70K Bitcoin. Caught it live. All right. There we go. A little bit of support coming in there. Keep your eyes out for Ethereum. That's the thing to cheer for. If you see a $4,100 Ethereum, things are probably pretty good in the cryptocurrency market throughout the weekend. I hope you guys get some sleep. That's what I'm going for. Otherwise, you guys can check out the newsletters over here on blockchainbacker.substack.com. You can check out the videos and the 11 hours of content over here on bcbacker.com. And until the next one, next week, we'll be back on the PCs next week. This was really just a lot of trial stuff as we get ready for travel season coming up. I have 4 different things coming up, so you guys just kind of be prepared. The first one coming up there when I go, I'm going to be a speaker for XRP Gold Coast for the 22nd to the 24th. You can check them out at xrpgoldcoast2024.com. Link in the description. Links in the description, of course, to the newsletters and, of course, over there to bcbacker.com. Otherwise, keep your eyes on the prize. Ethereum. All right, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you could, please like the live stream and give it a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor. But if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.